I'm Victoria Barron. I've got an amazing story, I think, to tell you. You know, I've never done a video before, but I felt this was a story that many of you might relate to. I felt desperate and have felt desperate kind of for probably the last 30 years of my life, because everything I did, anything I tried, I never ever lost weight. And I don't know if you're sitting out there and you're watching that and you're thinking, man, you know, I've lost 5 pounds or 10 pounds, but I always gain it back. And as soon as I lose that little bit of weight, here it comes back even more. Well, a few months ago, it was my birthday, and I looked down and I had gained, literally, I was over 100 pounds overweight. And when I looked at that, I thought, there is no way that could possibly be me. How could that have happened, 100 pounds overweight? But you know what? I've calorie counted, I've carb counted, I have done point counting, I have hired 2 personal trainers before. I mean, literally, I had a personal trainer live with me for an entire year, do all my cooking. 7 days a week we worked out, and guess what happened at the end of the 365 days? I was stronger, but you know what? I wasn't any thinner. And then I hired another trainer. I moved to the mountains and I had a trainer drive up every single day, again for another whole year. And after the 365 days, he looked me in the eye, he had tears in his eyes, and he said, Victoria, I can't do this anymore. You work harder than any body worker I've ever seen. You eat all organic food, you exercise every single day, and you never lose a pound. So I gotta tell you, if anybody was hopeless, I felt hopeless, and then I found the solution. I literally found the final answer to weight loss. And let me tell you what it's called. It's called As Slim as Possible. We call it ASAP. And a buddy of mine, who's my business coach and my mentor, he actually called me and he said, Victoria, I know you are just so miserable, because every time I talk to you, you talk about it. And while I've been successful in everything else in my life, I just could never drop the weight. It was as if my body was stuck. As if I looked at food, I was going to gain weight. I actually had convinced myself, well, maybe if I don't look at the food, I won't gain any weight. Well, I gotta tell you, I finally found the solution. And when my buddy said, you know, I lost 45 pounds on this product, Victoria, and it's just a homeopathic, you put it in your mouth 3 times a day, you do a certain protocol, and it wasn't like I was eating junk food or doing things out of control. My body was just stuck. And I think a lot of people have that exact same issue. Well, I took a leap of faith. Well, before I took the leap of faith, I actually called the guy who was the founder of the company. I said, okay, Scott, answer me this question. What's your failure rate? And he said, my what? And I said, what's your failure rate? I mean, in every business, and I've been in business since I was 10 years old, every business has a failure rate. And he said, no, Victoria, honey, if you do this and follow it 100%, you will lose the weight. I gotta tell you, I got chills from the top of my head to the bottom of my toe, and I thought, maybe, just maybe, this is my answer. Well, I did it. And my first 40 days, I lost 40 pounds. And then my husband comes in and he goes, hey, Victoria, we've got a timeshare and it's getting ready to expire. We're going to Mexico. I'm like, I'm not going to Mexico, because when was the last time you went on vacation and didn't gain a pound? And I was like, oh my gosh, I might gain 10 pounds back. I might gain 15 pounds back. And I was kind of flipped out about it. He said, we have to go. We're going to lose it. So you know what? I packed my scale and I was all ready. When I came back, I hadn't gained a pound. So I lost 40 pounds in 40 days, went on vacation to Mexico right after, didn't gain a pound. And all my friends started seeing what I was doing. They all wanted to go on it with me. So a few weeks later, we started again. Guys, in 80 days, I lost 73 pounds. Now I'm well over 100 inches, almost 100 pounds. It's easy. It is the easiest thing I've ever done. And you know what? All I can tell you is it must reset your metabolism. Again, it's called As Slim as Possible, or ASAP. And the fact that 100% success is amazing. I have my sister on it, I have all my friends on it, and they're losing literally everything from 5 pounds to hundreds of pounds. One of my dear friends and business partners came in one day to my office and she said, I'm going to do this. I said, oh yeah? And like, where would you do it at? I have 100 pounds to lose, where would you lose it? She said, no, I've got this little bit of cottage cheese here and I want to lose this weight. I've only got 5 pounds to lose. Well, let me tell you, it was like a doctor sculpted her body. She was 25 inches and 7 pounds. She's 62 years old and she looks like an 18-year-old. So I got to tell you, this is your answer. If you're looking for the hope of your life, if you're looking to really change your life, which really includes your self-esteem, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about life, it is an amazing product. I urge you all to try it. It's just terrific.